Paul Honey Harawira.
Kia ora tātou katoa e te whare. Mr. Speaker, in doing my research for this bill, I came across a blog called New Zealand, Land of Full-Fat Milk and Welfare Money. And I want to share some of the ideas here because they talk about the disgusting abuse that New Zealanders heap upon beneficiaries. And I quote, "Read the mainstream opinion pieces and people on the benefit are castigated as unworthy citizens of New Zealand. They are looked down upon and seen as worthless bludgers on the state. Perhaps it's a sign of these struggling economic times, but where is the empathy in this country? For the vast majority of people who have unfortunately found themselves on a state benefit, it is because they are a victim of their circumstances. Most beneficiary recipients are honest, law-abiding New Zealand citizens who are struggling day by day and are immensely grateful for government assistance. As a Samoan Christian, I often think about when Jesus said, "What you do to the least of you, you also do to me." Mr. Speaker, I want to congratulate Sue Bradford, a long-time soldier for our most vulnerable New Zealanders, for having the courage to put an idea before the House which will help make a difference for beneficiaries and superannuitants. And it's great timing on her behalf, what with the release of the report from the tax working group showing that it will be beneficiaries and superannuitants who will be hardest hit by any proposed increases to GST. Sue Bradford's bill is one way to help restore the balance. Mr. Speaker, the Māori Party knows all too well the frustration and the anger that beneficiaries feel about the current review process. MSD's annual reports show that less than 60% of cases scheduled to go before a benefit review committee are heard within the same reporting year. That delay, Mr. Speaker, is absolutely unacceptable. On top of that, beneficiary advocates tell us that the current system is costly, slow and biased. It's not surprising that people think that the Benefit Review Committee is biased because of the 3 people on it. 2 are MSD staff and the other one is appointed by the Minister. And they can't act with empathy or common sense because they have to comply with the statutory requirements of the Social Security Act. And as anyone working in a Māori Party electoral office can tell you, the rules that apply in MSD offices are applied unfairly, unevenly and inconsistently, forcing beneficiaries to engage advocates or lawyers to present their cases, clocking up extra debt and putting their households under extreme stress. It all becomes a vicious circle, and yet the answer is simple: an independent voice, an outside view to give the transparency and accountability that we all like to talk about in this House. And we mustn't be afraid of putting the state under scrutiny. Our departmental system, which is fair and unbiased, should be comfortable with an independent eye on its operations. Finally, Mr. Speaker, the Māori Party is concerned at the ongoing and consistent allegations of institutional bias against the departments of government. The presence, operation and effect of institutional racism was highlighted in the 1986 publication Puao Te Ata Tū, a report by the Ministerial Advisory Committee on a Māori perspective for the Department of Social Welfare. 20 years on, that picture is either unchanged or worse than in 1986. And the Māori Party intends developing a bill on institutional racism, which we think will fit very well alongside this one. Kia ora rā, Sue, tēnā tātou katoa e te whare.